Hello and welcome here to Father Tierney Park for a very important championship match in the Michael Murphy's Sports Donegal Championship between the home team Aodh Ruadh and the travelling team here, the Killybegs. It's a very important game for both teams. Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon are on no points going into this game, and Killybegs or Killybegs are on 2 points going into the game. So you feel if Killybegs or Killybegs are able to win this game, that'll put them to 4 points and qualify for the prelim. If Ballyshannon Aodh Ruadh won it, that could take them out of the relegation. I'm joined here by Brendan Kilcoyne from the St Eunan's Club, and I know St Eunan's have a big game this evening as well, Brendan, but we're really looking forward to this game tonight.
We certainly are, yeah. Listen, Martin, two heavyweights, former heavyweights in Donegal football. They've won a lot of championships between them. Them days are behind them at the moment, so they are. That's where they'll be looking to get back to. But as you mentioned, in relation to, Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon going into this game with no points, Killybegs with 2 points, so there's a huge amount at stake here for both sides. They'll obviously want to try and avoid the relegation playoffs, get into that prelim quarter final, and that's what's exciting about this weekend. There's so much at stake in every game that's to be played, so yeah, looking forward to a good game that'll be fought out between two clubs with a great history.
Yeah, exactly, Brendan. So looking forward to it. Join myself and Brendan good and early for the match, and we're looking forward to a great game here on Donegal TV.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Fáilte Róvan seo go Parca Tierney a Ballyshannon. Tróna nniu do Clia Críomha seo a munta fó ceathar a dar Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon agus na Killybegs. Am a codjal ta nóna nniu ta Brendan Kilcoyne. Well, welcome everybody here to Father Tierney Park in Ballyshannon for a very big match between the home team Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon against the Killybegs. Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon have no points going into this game. Killybegs have 2 points when they won the first game against Termon at home. So big game for both teams. As I said, I'm joined here by Brendan Kilcoyne. Brendan, we're looking forward to this. It's a big game. Breezy out there and everything else. Conditions will favour maybe kicking 2 pointers and that, because the breeze is blowing as we look down from left to right. But we always maybe have a breeze in most pitches at this time of year in Donegal.
Yeah, and well used to playing with them, and particularly the likes of Killybegs, Kilcara, these times of teams that are playing along the coast, But there's a strong breeze as we look out here from the clubhouse. The breeze is blowing from left to right. I suppose from a Killybegs point of view, the start of the championship really brightly with that big win they had against the league champions Termon in the first round, and since then they haven't reached them levels. Kilcara getting the better of them, but they'll be looking to that power that they have around that diamond around the middle of the field. Owen Ban, Evan Broderick, Seamus Byrne, Jack McSharry, Hugh McFadden, these type of guys to guide them over the line today, to take them to the 4 points that would get them to at least a prelim quarter final. While Ballyshannon have really struggled in this year's championship. They've shifted a couple of big beatings. They've an inferior points difference, so they'll need a huge performance today to out that. And they'll look to the likes of Ian McGrath, Matt Gillespie around the middle of the field, and some of their young guns then, the likes of Ryan Keenan, Shane Delahunty, Owen Kelly, Jack Gallagher, these type of younger players that need to step up if Ballyshannon are going to, get something out of this game today, Martin.
Yes, Brendan, we'll just look at the two teams, and we'll start with the home team first. In goals, Peter Boyle. He's actually got 2 points to date. Number 2 will be Kyle Murray. Number 3 is Connor Patton, and number 4 is Ryan Keenahan. Number 5 is Eddie Lynch, who's already got a point from wing half back. Number 6, Johnny Gittins, has got a point from centre half back, and Shane Delahunty will wear number 7. He has 2 points got. Eamon McGrath in the middle of the field is joined by Matt Gillespie. Eamon McGrath will wear 8, Matt Gillespie will wear 9. Half forward line is Owen Kelly wearing 10, 11 is David Dolan, and 12 is Niall Murray. 13 is Jack Gallagher, 14 is Shane McGrath, and 15 is Dermot McInerney, who's got 13 points to date, the highest scorer. Shane McGrath's got 1-5, and Jack Gallagher's got 4 points. We look at the Killybegs team. In goals is Joyce Collier. Right full-back Ben Connelly, full-back Gillian Kildare, and left full Niall Carberry, the son of the very famous Dennis Carberry, who was full-back on Donegal teams in the past. Number 5 is Charlie Breslin. Number 6 we all know is Owen Van Gallagher, and at number 7 is his brother John Van Gallagher. Number 8 is Evan Broddig in the middle of the field, who's travelled back for the championship from Australia to be here this year to play for the Killybegs. Number 9 is Seamus Ogburn. Number 10 is Rory Collar. Number 11 is Jack McSharry, and number 12 is Oran McGuinness. Jack McSharry is travelling back from England to play in the championship every weekend. Number 13, Ryan Cunningham. 14, the man himself, Hugh McFadden, who's got 6 points to date. And number 15 is Christopher Mulligan, and that's the Killybegs team. And we look at their full forward line, particularly Ryan Cunningham's got 8 points, Hugh McFadden's got 6, and Christopher Mulligan's got 1-2. As we said, the Ballyshannon full forward line, Jack Gallagher 4, Shane McGrath 1-5, and Dermot McInerney 13 points. So most of the scores are coming from the inside line, that full forward line. I just take a look at it at the scoring to date, and we look at it. Killybegs round 1 versus Termon, they won 112 to 8 points. Round 2 versus Dunlow away, they got beat 313 to 11 points, and round 3 against Kilcar, they were beaten 117 to 212. So total score is 335. And against total conceded was 438. From an Aodh Ruadh point of view, round 1 was against Ardra, and they lost 312 to 115. Round 2 against St Eunan's was 113 to 221. We now stop for Oran the Vian. Yeah, we're ready to go here now. As I said, round 1, Aodh Ruadh against Ardagh was 312 to 115. Round 2 against St Eunan's was 221 to 113. They were beaten in round 3 against Gweedore, 16 points to 14. They put up a very good performance. Fairness to them, they've had 3 tough games in the championship date. So the total for is 242 and against was 549. So their manager is Jimmy Langan, who was with the Grange Club last year. From Grange, who was St Molestus Gales last year, got to the county final in Sligo, only lost to a replay to Correa Strandhill, who went on to win the Connacht Championship, actually club championship. So Brendan, it's when we look at it, Ballyshannon probably have had the tougher games to date, and Killybegs have the 2 points on the board. I'm hearing that John Van Gallagher's not starting, that he's carrying a knock, so we'll let you know where the changes are there.
I see Gavin Doherty has gone into inside forward, so whether they've jigged things around in that respect, Gavin be very skillful player, well able to get scores, and I was watching him in the warm-up there, good footballer, Martin.
Yeah, we're ready to go. That's good, Brendan. Well spotted there. As I said, we're here for Donegal GA TV, and Ocean FM will be joining us during the match as well. So here we go, the throw in the middle of the field, and we're ready off, and with the clocks on. I think it's Jack McSharry who'd run the fill in, but it's actually Jack McSharry has the ball now, given to Owen Van Gallagher. He's pushed forward. Killybegs are actually playing probably against the breeze in this first half, carrying forward on the sideline, and they're trying to work the ball in, and it's Ryan Cunningham who takes a sorry, it was Christopher Mulligan who took that shot, sorry, and the ball went inside and it's held brilliantly. But I think it's the centre half back Johnny Gittins who has it, and now here come the men from Aodh Ruadh coming out this side of the field, and they're working it out well. very well. It's Eddie Lynch who's already got a point on the board. Is Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch holding on. They're keeping possession of the ball, and they're working it. They're working it right up the side of the field. It's a great ball, and it's well held inside by number 13, which is Owen Kelly. It's Jack Goller. Sorry, Jack Goller plays it to Shane McGrath. Shane McGrath gets his first touch. Shane McGrath scored 1-5 today. He'll be a dangerous player on the ball. They're going to keep possession. Connor Patton, the fullback, came up, and now they're going for the long 2-pointer. And it's that man, Eamon McGrath, who takes it, but the ball's gone wide. So we can see there, Brendan, the breeze is making a big difference. Iru are playing with the breeze in the first half.
They are, and you mentioned
a lot of 2-pointers.
You mentioned in introduction, Martin, the importance of 2-pointers, and you know how critical it is that Ballyshannon can get a lead up in this first half, because that's a significant breeze and it's going to have a huge impact. So it is.
Just hearing as well from the people beside us that Ryan Cunningham's not playing for Killybegs either, so he'll be a loss. He's got 8 points to date. Here they go, and they've worked it up the field very well to Jack McSharry. There's still Jack McSharry carrying through. He's very accurate on the right foot, and he kicks that ball with the right foot, but he's kicked it wide. Jack will be disappointed on that wide. It's good work up the field by Killybegs, and they worked it really well in the Calabaga up the field. But Jack McSharry is normally very accurate. As I said, he's 1-5 to date. Will be disappointed with that. Brendan.
He will indeed, yeah, and you know, superb footballer Jack, played with ATU Sigerson over the last number of years and had a huge impact at that level, so Killybegs will be looking to him to do a lot. Just that again shows the impact of the wind, didn't connect with it correctly and just tailed off wide on him.
Yeah, the ball's put out to Matt Gillespie, he drops it down, but here's this man Eddie Lynch attacking up the field. Number 5 jerseys. Eddie's still going, he's still told, and he's going to go for a score himself. Maybe Eddie, you should have passed it. You did everything right, Tony. Passed it, and that's the second wide for the Irua men, and Eddie will be disappointed. Again, well knocked down by Matt Gillespie in the middle of the field and worked up the field. And another kick out for the Killybegs men. Joyce Coyler to take the kick out. He's taking his time with the kick out. I know they're playing against the elements, so here he goes. He's kicks it straight out over the line on this side here. Disappointing that is. I'd see Q McFadden. I think he's carrying a knock into the game. He's not coming out the field where you'd expect him, particularly to come out around the middle of the field for them kick-outs, but he's not doing that. So Owen Kelly gets a short kick-out, and they worked it across to Eamon McGrath, and it's gone to the far side of the field to Shane Delahunty. Shane Delahunty works it up to Jack Goller. Jack Goller coming out from the full forward line, wins the ball, and they're going to hold it up back to Eamon McGrath. Not a great ball back. I think the Killybegs player can't cross that line, or he'd have an extra player up, so he had to actually let the play go. So it's Jack Goller again. They're working it very well. Here comes Kyle Murray from the full back line. They're really doing. They have another shot, but it's going to bounce straight into the goalkeeper's hands, and it's worked out. Josh Collar again. Collar works it out this side of the field, and here comes Killybegs trying to get out. That man Jack McSharry, he's handled a lot of ball, but he's right back in his own defence at the minute. But they've worked it. It's not the greatest pass in the world, but they've got it. They've got away with it, and Seamus Ogburn has it now. He's giving it out to number 12, Oran McGuinness. Oran McGuinness keeps the ball back, and they're just going to keep possession. Evan Broderick. As I said, this man came home this year to play in the championship. Very dedicated player to come back from Australia to play in the championship for his local club. Owen Van Galler on the ball. Gives it to Broderick again. Evan Broderick holds it up, gives it back to Owen Van, and they're just going to work possession. They work it out to this side of the field. Seamus Ogburn, the other midfielder. Seamus Ogburn going right through the centre. He's going to turn onto his right foot. He had a chance to kick it, and he didn't. He's worked it to Christopher Mulligan. His dad is part of the management team here with a coach with Killybegs. Here goes Owen Van Galler, carrying it up the field, and they're just trying to break it down. I know there's a strong breeze into their face. Oran McGuinness again works it now. Here's Q McFadden. Q McFadden bursting across the field. He's going to kick with the right foot. That looks like it's a good kick by Q McFadden, and that's the first score of the game. And we've gone 5 minutes into the first half. Their patience there, Brendan, and got the ball to the right man, and he kicked a very, very good score. But maybe it's actually gone wide, is it? It's not gone up on the scoreboard. And I thought it was over the bar.
I thought it was over the bar too, but
it looks like it hasn't gone up on the scoreboard anyway. So it looks like maybe that ball went wide. We've called it wrong.
It was a really good move from Killybegs. Just to confirm the two changes, Martin. Edward McHugh has replaced John Bon Gallagher for Killybegs, and Gavin Doherty has replaced Ryan Cunningham at number 13. Gavin Doherty wearing number 19, and Edward McHugh wearing number 17.
Lovely. Thanks, Brendan, for that. Here goes the men, the home team going through, and it's Eamon McGrath. They've lost the ball and it's cut out by the men Killybegs. Here goes Jack McSharry. Jack McSharry, he's crossing halfway line. He's got a lot of pace. He's got a lot of power, this man. He's still going, still has possession. He's going to try to hit Q McFadden inside. He hits Q McFadden inside. Good ball by Jack McSharry. Now Q McFadden's bursting through. He looked like he was fouled. The referee said no foul. Is he going for a goal? They're definitely going for a goal here, Killybegs, and they've got the goal.
Christopher Mulligan, is it?
Christopher Mulligan. He's already 1-2. Brilliantly worked. Turnover, Brendan by they lost the ball up the field, and I see the point has gone up maybe for Killybegs. Now it is 1-1. We were right, Brendan. It's now 1-1, and Q McFadden, you have to give him credit, Brendan. He saw the chance of the goal. The Ballyshannon men were caught up the field, and there's a Ruadh man down injured in front of the goal, so we'll get a wee break now, Brendan, so you'll get a chance to come in right.
Yeah, ruthless from Killybegs on that occasion, Martin. You know, worked the ball really well. Again, big Huey involved in everything to do, sporting a lovely new haircut too, I see, so good tight haircut. But again, involved in it, played the ball off, spotted off that did a numerical advantage in there, and then the young player Christopher Mulligan did the dues, finished it really well into the back of the net, and that's a brilliant start for Killybegs. 5-6 minutes in, Martin leading 1-1 to no score against Ballyshannon, and you know, with that breeze, it's going to leave a mammoth task for Ballyshannon now to come back. So it is, they're going to have to settle and try and get some scores on the board very quick.
Yeah, because you said they're playing. We've gone 7 minutes into the first half, and they're playing against the breeze here, the home team, and Ballyshannon man, I think it was Kyle Murray there that was injured. I think he's okay again, so they're up and ready to go. Here goes the kick out from Peter Boyle. As I said, he's got 2 score points. He's a long kick out, a brilliant kick out, right out the centre to Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray has the ball, picked up brilliantly, great kick out. He gives it to Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly, they've worked it up the far side of the field. There's a German McInerney coming in from the far side, but the ref said he was pulled back, and it was an easy enough free there. James Connors from the St. Eunice Club was the referee here today, and it's just on the line of the 2-pointer. I think it's probably inside it.
It's just inside it.
The 2-pointer, it's just inside it.
That was a brilliant kick, Martin, from Peter Boyle. So find cornerback Kyle Murray around in the middle of the field, and that's what set up this opportunity for them. Yeah,
but great work out. I mean, we know how important kick-outs are. We see it at inter-county level. We see it at this level, how important it is at this level. So I guess Jeremy McInerney that's taken this kick. He's right over on the far side, and looks like it's good. And it's gone. Yeah. It's gone over the bar. That's a good score. They needed that to settle down, because we've gone 8 minutes into the first half, and Jeremy McInerney, he's got 13 points before today. That leaves him on 14 points now. Good score. They needed that to settle them. So this kick out's going to be very, very important. Here it goes out around the middle of the field. Here they go. Evan Broderick is up. He's a big man, and he fetches very well. Takes the mark. He takes the toe tap. Killybegs are very big in that midfield area, especially with the Q McFadden out into it, along with the 2, Seamus Ogburn and Evan Broderick in that area. They worked it over to the far side, and it's Charlie Breslin. Charlie Breslin holding the ball. They gives it into. It's gone to this side of the field now. They're working. Oren McGuinness has the ball. He's going across the field. One back to Owen Van Galler. They're just taking their time. Evan Broderick again, the man that caught the kick out. They're just building it up well. Seem to be getting rewards going up the side of the field. Here goes that man, and he's kicked another score. The man that got the goal, Christopher Mulligan. He scored a goal and a point now, and Q McFadden has got the other point. So that's 1-2 to 1 point in favour of the fishermen from goal for a 2-pointer, but the 2-pointer dropped well wide.
It's their 3rd wide, I think. Ballyshanna's 3rd wide, and the importance of taking advantage with that breeze, Martin, is crucial, and they can't continue in that vein of form to be kicking wides.
So Joyce Kyler to take the kick out, goes short, good kick out, well, brilliantly worked by the men from Killybegs, and they're going to keep possession of the ball. Niall Carberry gives it their time to get them tied in here, and the ball, you bet Gavin Doherty waited for the ball there, but he's got us free. He was lucky. He could have caught. He gets up and he takes the solo quickly. Good thinking. This is what the difference in new rules makes. Man played underage for Donegal. I mean, here they go, the ball into Hugh McFadden, and he's one hand, he's tried to win it. Is he fouled? No, but he's still going to, is he going to get it? Yes. And he keeps possession of the ball. He's still holding on. The referee's blowing him for overcarrying. He probably thought he was fouled there, Brendan. He said a wee bit harsh, but
yeah, I think probably he was more
right
to feel he was fouled up here than the free that was given up down here.
The referee's taking the ball forward the 50 metres, saying, "Q, you can't do that."
He was fending off 3 men at the time, 3 Aodh Ruadh Shannon defenders, and did really well to hold on to it. But at the moment,
probably Q should know better at this stage. Keep discipline, but anyway, it was totally.
We never learned, Martin.
Maybe a bit frustrated, Brenton. Yeah. So as the men from Aodh Ruadh have the ball and just keeping possession of the ball. Shane McGrath's come way out from his full forward position, still carrying. You know, this man can kick 2 points if he gets a chance. He's cutting inside. It looks like he's fouled, and the referee says he is, so he's a kick for nothing. And here she goes inside, and it's flicked in the balls in the back of the net. And you have to say that's very, very good refereeing by James Connors to allow it, to allow the ball to play on, and it was kind of a kick for a point by McGrath, and the ball ended up. It was Matt Gillespie, the midfielder, who got the flick on it inside and flicked it to net. So it's now Killybegs 1-2, Aodh Ruadh 1-1. Good refereeing, and fairness, let it go now. Hugh McFadden's in discipline to go forward 50 metres, and the score came from that there, where they could have been scored the other end. But big score for Aodh Ruadh, Brendan.
Huge score, brilliant. The ball came in, he had a chance because he knew he had a free, so he had a free shot at it, put it in, and Matt Gillespie did brilliant. What a touch into the back of the net. Huge score for Ballyshannon.
Here goes Hugh McFadden, he's right inside. Was he going for the goal again? He does, and the ball. The referee's giving a square ball here.
A square ball.
Oh, that's a big call by the
referee.
referee.
It was Gavin Doherty that got a touch to it, kind of, but.
Yeah, it's a big call by the referee. He's given a free in for a foul on Hugh McFadden. So he cancelled the goal for a square ball, but he's gone back, and they're playing away at the other end of the field, but there's no point. He's taken the whole thing back for a free in, a 30-metre free. So he gave him the free to Hugh McFadden this time, but he disallowed the goal for.
He give it in one hand and take it away in the other hand.
He disallowed the goal for a square ball, but I'd say when Hugh kicked it across that Gavin Doherty was in the square.
He did look to be the
square. It looks like he was in the square, so that's actually good refereeing, in fairness to James Connors. So Hugh McFadden is not complaining this time, and he's having a wee chat with the referee, James Connors, here, and he's kicked away one ball, and he's got another ball down here now. So you expect Hugh to knock this over the bar and to make it 1-3 to 1-1. So he did break inside, but they seem to be, Brendan, getting their scores, Killybegs, up this left side. They're causing Aodh Ruadh a lot of trouble on the left side. They're working the ball up on the left side, and they're getting ball to Hugh McFadden inside, and he's finishing it off. It's effective so far, him at full forward.
100%. He's such a effective target man. You put the ball in there and you battle for it. We saw him all year with Donegal. You know, he's a battler. He plays with his heart in his sleeve. You take him to war. He's the type of player you take to war with him, Martin, and certainly he's doing a job out there for Killybegs this evening. Just
to say that we've been joined earlier on by listeners to Ocean FM. So everybody in that area, welcome to Father Tierney Park here, and the scoreline is Killybegs 1-3, Aodh Ruadh 1-1, and we've gone 14 minutes into this first half. Aodh Ruadh playing with a strong breeze in the first half. It's been exciting stuff so far. Owen Van Galler carrying the ball up the far side of the field. He's worked inside. I think it's Charlie Breslin there. Charlie Breslin works with that man Hugh McFadden, as Brendan said, with a new haircut is Hugh McFadden. He still plays a 1-1-2 with Seamus Ogburn, still has the ball, and they're going to keep possession. They work it across to Evan Broderick. Evan Broderick's got Jack Mashire beside him, but again it's up this side of the field. Christopher Mulligan seems to be getting acres of space on this side of the field, and that's 1-2, isn't it, Brendan, for Christopher Mulligan now? And so far so good for the fishermen from Killybegs.
Yeah, 1-2 for Chris Mulligan, and as you said, Martin, correctly, he's getting an awful amount of space, but again, big Huey involved in it, worked the ball smartly around, and they had numbers over on this side of the field. Enough for Chris Mulligan, who's playing with loads of confidence, playing really well. 1-2 on the board after 15 minutes for him.
Yeah. 1-4 to 1-1. As I said, we're joined as well by Ocean FM listeners. We're here doing as well, streaming for Donegal GA TV. So anybody wants to join into either, they can do so. So here comes the men from Aodh Ruadh. Shane Delahunty breaking up the field. He's bust through very well. He's 2 points so far. I'd say he's going to get a third one here. Yes, he's got 2 points to date. This is first in this game. Good score, well worked out. Good kick out to Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch got the ball. The other wing half back, Shane Delahunty, and Shane Delahunty knocked the ball over the bar. Brilliant score and good response. Number 17, Damien Webber seems to be entering the field for the men from Irua, and I would say the change will be made that he's going to go in and pick up Christopher Mulligan, who's getting acres of space inside. And looks that way, all right, Brendan.
Yeah, I didn't see who came off there, but that was a brilliant score. Brilliant, incisive run right through the heart of the Killybegs defence, and Ballyshannon are going to need more of that. Ballyshannon are going to need more of them type of runs, coming from deep, beating the first man, creating that overlap and taking advantage of it. And here they go again, Martin.
Here they go again, and the ball's gone inside to David Dolan's first chance of a goal, and Dolan knocks it over the bar. But it's a great chance of a goal. The turnover again by the men from Ballyshannon, Irua Ballyshannon, and they've turned it over and over the bar. That's only a point game now. Just a point in it. 1-4 for the Killybegs, 1-3 for Irua Ballyshannon. Yeah, good turnover, Brendan.
Brilliant turnover. Put the pressure on the team in possession up that side of the field, particularly when you're playing with the breeze, Martin. You know, to put pressure on the man in possession, force the error, force him to make a decision that he doesn't want to make. And on that occasion, they did that. Worked the ball through to David Dolan, and he smashed it over the bar. As you said, there was a goal chance on, but at least they're leaving with some sort of score.
Yeah, they're as I said, we've gone 16 and a half minutes into the first half. Irua playing with a strong breeze, or a point behind, 1-4 to 1-3. But here they go. The ball has gone out over the sideline, trying to hit Evan Broderick with the ball. Irua's gone long. This ball's right up the middle, but it's well cut out, and it's that man Owen Van Galler reading it really, really well. Out to Evan Broderick. Evan Broderick goes across the field. He holds on to possession, and they're going to try to. Jack McSherry's loose upside and inside him. And yeah, Killian Gilday got it to Jack McSherry. Here he goes on his bicycle. He's been fouled. He's been fouled again. The ref is playing advantage, and then he solos the ball straight into the Irua man's hands, Owen Kelly, but the referee James Connors takes it back for the free. Jack McSherry's pace, Brendan, is causing a bit of trouble when he gets on the ball, and Christopher Mulligan on this side and Hugh McFadden are causing a lot of trouble.
Absolutely, and that's without even Owen Ban coming into with them hard runners from deep, Martin, you know, so they have plenty of that in their tanks, so they have in their artillery. Just a quick update on the score coming through from the Burn Road. Termon 4 points, Navan 1-1, Ronan McGeehan goal. Or Owen McGeehan goal.
Yeah, well, that's just interesting. Maybe, I don't know, the breeze there, not as much as here, as they have here. Termon have the breeze. Sinead Donegal PRO is keeping us informed that Termon actually have the breeze in the first half. So men from St. Eunan's will be happy enough. Brendan will be happy enough with that score. Here goes Hugh McFadden again. He's pushing out and getting on ball, holding on to possession of the ball. They're working this side of the field to the other county man, Owen Van Galler. They're really controlling it. Just the experienced men at Killybegs. Here he goes. He's on his bike. We know what pace he has. We see it plenty of days. It's great to see him back playing really good football, Owen Van. And it's worked across the field again. It's Oren McGuinness. They're just keeping possession of the ball. They're holding on to possession of the ball. Hugh McFadden again on it. He's come out the field. He's gone to this side of the field to Charlie Breslin. Charlie Breslin working to Owen Van. Here goes Owen Van to Jack McSherry. Jack McSherry on the bus. He's got, as we said, he's got a lot of pace, that man. He travels over and back for the games from England. Big commitment by Jack McSherry. Here he goes, soloing. He's crossing the 45, just keeping possession of the ball. He's that man beside him, Hugh McFadden. Hugh McFadden comes across the field. I know he's carrying Kelly's entry into the game, but you have to give him a lot of credit. Him playing today, the easiest thing would be not to play. Gives it to Evan Broderick. Evan Broderick carrying it. He's cut inside. He's got a chance to kick a score, and Evan Broderick kicks it wide. Lucky, there's a strong breeze blowing across. It was kind of blowing against him there, Brendan, but did well. Again, Hugh McFadden, Owen Van controlling so far, controlling the game, controlling the ball.
Controlling the ball and creating them opens, then incisive opens through the heart of the Ballyshannon defence. And they're prepared, what I like about them is they're impatient about it. They're prepared to work the ball around until that opening does come. And there's a missed kick now that Chris Mulligan has won. And Killybegs are on the attack again here.
Chris Mulligan has it, he's fouled again. He's going to go for his own score. He probably could take the free, but they're not going to score the free from out there. Brilliant turnover, in fairness. Great tackle by the men from Ballyshannon. I think it was Shane Delahunty made the tackle, good tackle, but the referee, I know this advantage rule is at the referee's discretion, so he can take it back as much as he wants. So Hugh McFadden will wind down the clock. We've just gone 20 minutes into the first half. The men from Killybegs are a point ahead, 1-4 to 1-3, and they'll be happy enough. And this Joyce Collier has come up from goalkeeper. He scored 2 points up to now. Joyce Collier going to kick this, and this is a big kick into the one, Brendan. It'll be a brave drive if he drives this over the bar.
Massive.
Here he goes, coming up to it. It's not a bad strike. It's a great strike. That's as good a kick as you'll see on a Gaelic football field, and that's a brilliant two-pointer, the first two-pointer I think we have today. And it takes the man in nets to come up and do that. Brilliant kick off his right foot, and that's a big score because that puts it to 1-6 to 1-3 now. And Shane McGrath down in the middle of the field, and I think the linesman went out there to see what's going on. There's someone going off the ball. I don't think there was a wild out. James Connors seems to be okay in control of it, and the men from the management in Killybegs here are not happy down below, and Shane's still down. He's just getting a bit of treatment from the physio. Has just gone out to give him a bit of treatment, and this is very interesting now. And so is it Eamon McGrath? He's booking.
Eamon McGrath must have said something.
Must have said something to him now. And he's booking him, and he's giving him a yellow card there to Eamon McGrath. So just getting a wee bit messy, Brendan.
Getting a wee bit messy, yeah, but that was a big score from Josh Coyler. Never mind the distance of it in the context of the game. You know, it was a kick out that Christopher Mulligan won off Peter Boyle, and Ken from that to put them 3 points ahead again.
Yeah, there's a lot of messing going on off the ball here at the minute. But Joyce Coyler's kick there was unreal. Like, I mean, you let people listen to us or people here and realise there was into a very strong breeze, and the best free takers, we talk about the Maurice Fitzgeralds or the David Cliffords or the Michael Murphys, any of them would be proud of that kick, and into that breeze was
right into the teeth of it.
The way he drove it into it, was brilliant. So anyway, we have a free for Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon. The men from Killybegs are marking they're marking Shane McGrath fairly tight. They're staying with him. They're figuring out that he is the danger man, and now there's the linesman has gone in and told the referee to book the man that's marking Shane McGrath. There's a bit of stuff going on, and the management, the Killybegs management, are not happy down below us at all here. So yes, he's heating it up a wee bit. No harm, Brendan.
Add a bit of spice to the game. Yeah, nothing like it. So what's he doing now? Is he after sending off the Killybegs man?
So the linesman went out here and he's getting some stick. Yeah, I don't know, is it a black card he gave him?
I didn't see a red card, but that's the sub, number 17, Edward McHugh.
Yeah. Edward McHugh,
it must be a black card.
We have in here. It looked like a black card. Now Hugh McFadden's having a chat now. Shane McGrath's picking up a yellow card to take it here. He's going to pick up.
Yes, yellow card.
Yellow card for Shane McGrath. We'll let you know. We'll find out exactly what was the other one. Sinead is down there close to see was it a black card, but it didn't seem like a red card anyway. It looked like a black card, all right. So it looks like it's a black card. So there's another sub getting ready for Sen and Rooney getting ready to go on for the men. But here they go. It's that man Shane McGrath going through. He looked like he was fouled, and the Killybegs men are not happy. They think he overcarried the ball, but the referee James Connors given a free, and Shane McGrath was fouled. So Shane McGrath lost his marker, and when his marker went off, he made that run, Brendan. So
yeah, good surgeon run again. That's where you cause opposition defences a lot of trouble. Run that direct, hard running straight at them. Very hard to defend again, particularly in the new game, Martin, where a lot of the physicality has been kind of taken out of it, and fouls seem to be coming a bit easier. So, but that certainly deserved a free. It was a good run from Shane McGrath.
Yeah, Jim McInerney going to kick this. So he'll just tap it over the bar. He's kicking it off the ground. Is he this time? Looks like he's going to kick it off the ground. He's getting ready. James Connors getting ready to rate it right down the score. Breeze behind him. Ocean FM have just left us now. They're going round the other grounds and different venues in different counties, and they'll be back to us shortly. But we're still here on Donegal GAA streaming. Anybody that wants to watch into us, we have a very good game of football here. It's very enjoyable. That ball's gone over the bar from Jeremy McInerney. It's now 1-6 for the men from Killybegs. Aodh Ruadh 1-4, and we've gone 24 and a half minutes into the first half. Here comes this.
And confirmation too, Martin, that it was a black card.
Thanks, Brendan. Now, let's let you know it was a black card. So it was a black card, and now here we see a sub. Aodh Ruadh made a sub, number 21, as I said, gone on. Sen and Rooney who would have played county underage football as well. Sen and Rooney's gone on, and it's number 12, Niall Murray, who's left the field. Out she comes now. Remember, Killybegs have a player sent off for a black card, so they're down a man. Here they go. Ball into Hugh McFadden. Hugh McFadden with the ball. They're going to keep possession. They're going to run down the clock, and it's understandable. James Connors has his hands up for a foul on Hugh McFadden. So, and they're just keeping possession of the ball, and that's what they'll do. It's Christopher Mulligan, and he's got 1 and 2. Christopher Mulligan, they hold on to it, give it to Jack McSherry. Jack McSherry back to Owen Ban. Owen Ban's just standing solo on the ball. The men from Meru is going to have to attack. They'll know. These boys are around a long time. They'll know how to play down the clock. So Owen Kelly trying to pick him up, but brilliant play. Flicked it over the top and picked it up again, and the ball's worked inside. Another free being given. I think it's Charlie Bresson going through, but the free in for the men from Killybegs for the foul on Owen Van Galler, but they're working it really well, Brendan.
Yeah, brilliant play from Owen Van Galler. We've seen him down through the years. When he drops the shoulder, he's such pace to take off. Then he played the hand pass over, received it again. Then he played the ball to Gavin Doherty. He didn't hold it first time, but held it second time, and then there was a foul. So another opportunity for Killybegs. Difficult kick though, well out, Martin. Huey standing over it. Oh no, Coyler is going up again. The keeper Josh Coyler is going to have another shot, and why wouldn't he after the last one?
Yeah, it's a good name for him, Coyler. We don't need his first name. We'll call him Coyler. Joyce Coyler. He's a nephew of the chairman of Killybegs, Baker Boyle. There are 2 of them on the team, and they're both nephews of Baker. And Baker would have played county football himself back in the day. Here he goes. It's a brilliant strike, but I think this one's gone out and is kept on by Ian McGrath. He's given it straight to Q McFadden. And it's another goal. No, it's brilliantly saved inside, and the ball's on the line, and they've worked it out. I think it's that man Christopher Mulligan again had a brilliant shot, and it could end up in the back of the net. Because Ian McGrath called it right. I don't know the Q McFadden called for the ball, but he passed it straight to Q McFadden, and it could have been another goal. But the men from Meru have got it, and here they go. I'm being told it's Nathan Boyle that's come on the field for the men from Ballyshannon. Now, is he the man wearing 21 that's come on the field? I think it is. Here we go.
Yeah, Nathan Boyle. Yeah.
That's Damien Webber, number 17 anyway. Hope that's him anyway. Here they go. And it's given it now to Nathan Boyle wearing 21. That's him, Brendan, yeah?
Yeah.
That's Nathan. So we'll go with that, even though we were told he was going to wear, he was saying Rooney was wearing 21. But anyway, we'll go with that. Well, here they go, going for a 2-pointer. It's a brave kick, but it's gone out to the right and wide, and just a kind of erratic kicking by the men from Meru. They just need to settle down. Looks like they could come down a bit of rain. There's umbrellas going up down below us here, and there's a bit of rain coming in on us and here, and that could deaden the breeze a bit. 1-6 to 1-4, as I said, 27.5 minutes gone, but we had a fair bit of stoppage in this half, Brendan. So the men from Killybegs will be happy, and they got away a short kick out. Even though they're down a player, they still got away a short kick out, and they're just brilliantly keeping possession. They get it, that man Owen Ban, and he'll be able to carry it out. He'll carry it out. Here he goes. Look at that. Sells 1 and 2 dummies. You get the right player in the ball. Here goes. Works it out. They're still keeping possession of the ball. It's Niall Carberry. His dad was an unbelievable footballer. Played full back on the Donegal team that won the All-Ireland under 21 in 1987. Here he goes. A half trip. They're still going. Is that man Jack McSherry? We know him with the boots, the yellow boots. Here he goes, Jack. He's still going through. There's a big chance. There's players, a lot of players inside and outside. He's still going through. They're going to go again. They're trying to go for the goal. They're keeping possession of the ball very well in his shot, and it's gone over the bar. Is that Q McFadden again? It's
wide.
The ball. Oh, it's gone wide. Sorry, with his left foot.
Which is a pity, because it was an absolutely brilliant move. It started with Owen Ban down the own defence, through to Jack McSherry, carried the ball. Power and strength carrying the ball right through, eventually to Huey, but he just got boxed off, Martin. Too many Eru defenders around him and couldn't get the shot off, and then just had a mad swing at it.
Yeah, I think Jack McSherry maybe should have put it over the bar himself. He's an accurate player, but he should have tapped over the bar, because Jack McSherry's handling a lot of ball and doing really, really well. Peter Boyle hit the ball out to Nathan Boyle, his brother, and we know how good Nathan Boyle is in the air. And it's Killian Kildare who's moved out on Nathan Boyle. That picked up that yellow card, I think, for that tackle there that time. And Killian Kildare, the fullback. Here we go, the men from Irua. If they need to at least get level with this breeze, they're going to have a big breeze to go against the second half. But they're still working the ball. They're working the ball very well up the field now. They're getting men. I think it's the cornerback that's coming forward there, Kyle Murray. And it's gone to Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch gives it back to Dolan, and it's David Dolan, and he did kick a point earlier on going through, but that time he kicks it wide his left foot. Brendan, be disappointed. They've some easy wides kicked with that strong breeze behind them in their own home pitch.
They have indeed, yeah. Like you said, David Dolan, that one kind of snapped at it, Martin, and they'd see him likewise Jack Gallagher, the previous attempt just before that. Jack snapped at it. That's a bit of pressure, a bit of panic, because they know they're behind playing with the breeze, so it's going to be a big mammoth task for them in the second half. So it is. but they're battling hard. They're at least creating the opportunities, but they'll be disappointed with the 5 wides.
Yeah, we've gone over the 30 minutes, so it's at the referee's discretion. James Connors, Killybegs management team, putting a lot of pressure, lot of pressure down below us here. But anyway, but the men from Ballyshannon have the ball. Owen Kelly, we're number 10, gives it to Shane Delahunty. Shane holding on to the ball. They're holding on to possession. They worked it back to Nathan Boyle. We know Nathan could kick 2-pointers. Here goes. And that's not a bad kick without the boot. That's an unbelievable kick. And it's over the bar for a 2-pointer. And suppose Killybegs down the man. They probably didn't press out Brendan, but that's why Nathan Boyle is good. From the Heroes' point of view, get him on the pitch. It's all level now, but great score without the boot.
Absolutely brilliant score, and you can press out all you want, but when you're out that distance, that's a long way to press out. It was an absolutely superb strike, and he roared it over as soon as it left his boot, so it did. So big score to get Ballyshannon back on level terms.
But here goes Owen Van Galler's having a brilliant first half. He's busting through again. He's just selling dummies all around him. He's still going through. There's a half goal chance here. He's going to play it inside. They're looking for the goal, and they got the goal.
Gavin Doherty back at the net. Brilliant score. Brilliant score. What a move the whole way up the field, Martin.
Brilliant by Owen Van Galler. That's county class, pure class by Owen Van. Sold 2 dummies, too easy, won the kick out, sold dummies, carried it through, and to Gavin Doherty and Killybegs there. They're going for goals. If they see the goals, they're saying, right, we're going to take the goal. Brilliantly finished as well by Gavin Doherty. I know we played a bit of soccer, Gavin, as well as Gaelic. Brilliantly finished by Gavin Doherty. And again, after the brilliant 2-pointer by Aodh, what does the men from the fishermen do? They come up the field and they get another goal. 2-6 to 1-6. Here come the men from Aodh now trying. Shane Delahunty trying to bust through. They work it inside too. Are they going to try to work a goal here now? I think they might look a goal. Yeah, he's busting on through and he bangs it into the back of the net. It's Jack Gallagher. What a game we're having here. Jack Gallagher, it's end-to-end stuff. Defences are not great, but we're not worried about that. But Jack Gallagher, the possession from the kick out is very important. He burst through and hammered into the net, and we're on board again, Brent.
What a game. What a first half of football, Martin. And what a couple of goals we're after seeing here. Absolutely top drawer stuff. At occasion, Jack Gallagher got inside the defence, worked after Aodh Ballyshannon worked the ball brilliantly up the field, and boy did he roof it into the roof of the net. Absolutely brilliant goal. And
here they go again. They've turned it over and it's into Dolan, David Dolan. He's got cut inside. He's another chance. Oh, what a block! That is an unbelievable save we've had.
I think it was Owen Ban, was it, back on the line?
I think you were right. That's an unbelievable block. I think it was Owen Van Galler got back on the line to block it. Yes, been told here it was Owen Van Galler's that there were 2 Killybegs men on the line. One of them was Owen Van Galler, and I think he got a block. What a block! What a turnover! What a chance! What a block! We've had everything. We've had goals missed. We've had great blocks, great saves. We've had brilliant dummies. We've had a couple of brilliant kickers. As you said, Joyce Kyler kicked an unbelievable kick. Nathan Boyle kicked an unbelievable kick. We've had 2 or 3 as good as goals. So anybody that's not tuned into us needs to get tuned in to see this game, because it's great stuff and it's brilliant and we're all aboard. And the referee, we've gone 33 minutes over it. Suppose there was a lot of stoppage. We've had everything in it. We've a black card. We've had a lot of stuff, Brendan. But it's championship football. It's
been absolutely fabulous, so it has, Martin. Brilliant game of football. 2 teams, and that's what we spoke about before the game. 2 teams giving it their all, fighting for their clubs, fighting for the crest on their jersey, and you can see the effort that they're both putting in here, and the quality too for teams that are in the relegation zone. You'd have to say has been very good. A couple of the goals that have been scored have been top class. So really enjoyable game to be at, and that finish from Jack Gallagher was wow. So it was absolutely fantastic.
Unbelievable goals, as you said. And Edwin McHugh, we're number 17, is back on after the black card. So we've gone 34 minutes into the first half. Here we go. Is it Jeremy? He's kicking this. I thought that was a 45. You can't kick a 45 out of your hands.
So it was an advantage free.
Oh, it was an advantage free. Give all right. He didn't give the 45 for the save. All right. Here goes, and that looks good, does it? It looks like it's gone wide. From Jermut McInerney. He'd be disappointed in that, Jermut. But all aboard, the Ocean FM have back joined us here on as I said, on Donegal GATV. Ocean FM, we're welcome to your listeners here. Anybody listen to us, we've had a great game of football. We're waiting on the referee to blow the half-time whistle. 34 and a half minutes. There she goes. You can hear there the half-time whistle. It's Aodh Ruadh 2-6. The men from Killybegs 2-6. And the Callabugga 2-6. We've had a great game. A very enjoyable game of football. probably controlled it, but the Killybegs men will be the happiest, Brendan, going in because they're playing against a strong breeze, and they lost Edward McHugh to a black card there for 10 minutes in the first half, so they will be the happier team going in half time. But they would have used a lot of energy, particularly Hugh McFadden carrying a knock into the game, Owen Baden Gallagher, with all the football he's played and everything else pressing forward, but they will be the happier team. But in saying that, and I see Connor Patton now just down below us, stay with us, is getting a card here, a yellow card from the referee. I think he might have said someone to the linesman was it coming off the field, but Connor Patton, the full-back, has got a yellow card. We've had yellow cards, we've had black cards, we've had goals, we've had brilliant saves, blocks, we've had everything that a football match wants, and it's not a winner take all, but it's an important game to both teams, and it's been a great game of football, Brendan, and very, very enjoyable.
It has, and Killybegs started really, really strong, Martin. They look far the superior team, playing into the teeth of the wind, kicked some really good scores. But I have to say that the introduction of Nathan Boyle seemed to have really invigorated that Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon. He kicked an absolutely monster of a two-pointer, and that, okay, Killybegs, to be fair to them, answered that straight away with that Gavin Doherty goal. Swift movement up the field, but an even swifter movement up the field that resulted in Jack Gallagher then levelling the game up with that goal just before half time. We've had 4 goals, we've had some brilliant scores, long distance kicks for 2-pointers. I think Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon may rue the fact, I think they've had 6 wides in the first half, Martin, and they may rue that come 60 minutes, but we've had a really enjoyable game here. It's been helter-skelter. There's been every player on the field is putting it all out there, so they are, and Hughie McFadden started really well the edge of the square, involved in everything that Killybegs were doing, but it's that spine from Killybegs that I'm impressed with, that spine of Evan Broderick, Seamus Byrne, Owen Ban at 6, Jack McSharry and Hugh McFadden. Now, you can't not mention Chris Mulligan too, who scored 1-2 early in the game brilliantly, and the young corner forward who came in, Gavin Doherty, has done really well for them, so he has. So they'll be really happy going in at half time that they've taken that before the game. For Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon, after a slow enough start, they've really settled in well. Eamon McGrath, Shane McGrath coming into the game, Jack Gallagher kicking scores, kicking that brilliant goal, and they'll be looking for more from some of their teams, so they will, but they have a lot of work to do in the second half, Martin, to get back into to contest the second half with the strength of that breeze. You're still looking at them flags behind the goals, blowing very strong, as I said, from left to right as we look out from the clubhouse.
Yeah, that sums it up very, very well. As I said, the goals, Jack Gallagher, one of the goals, Matt Gillespie got a fist to the ball, the midfielder got the other goal for Aodh Ruadh, and the goals for Killybegs came from Christopher Mulligan, a great goal, and the other goal for Killybegs was scored by, who got the other goal just for Killybegs?
The Killybegs goals were by Gavin Doherty.
The sub and Christopher Mulligan. Gavin Doherty finished a brilliant move. Now, it was interesting, the Killybegs, just to let people know, the Killybegs management team were out in the field, and they were joined by Owen Ban and Hugh McFadden, discussing, having a chat before they went into the dressing room. So they're having a big influence on the field, and they're definitely, as you can see there, their management team have put a lot of trust on them and everything else. So we'll take a break and get a cup of tea here, Brendan, because we deserve that ourselves too. And John Smith, the Killybegs man, here on the camera with us as well for the streaming, and we'll come back to you in good time for the second half, hopefully, because the ref played a good bit at him. It doesn't get dark on us here because we don't have lights or anything, so hopefully it'll not get too dark, but looking forward to a good second half. The home team, Aodh Ruadh, who have no points on the board up against it. Termon are a point up at half time, but have against St. Eunice, people know that, but they played with a strong one in the first half. So same thing here, 2-6 apiece here as we'll hand back to the studio at Ocean FM and hand back to this. We'll take a wee break here from the streaming. See you all in plenty of time for the second half.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
By Jack McSharry. Now Hugh McFadden's bursting through. He looked like he was fouled. The referee said no foul. Is he going for a goal? They're definitely going for a goal here, Killybegs, and they've got the goal.
Christopher Mulligan is
over on the far side, and looks like it's good, and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone over the bar. That's a good score. They needed that to settle down because we've gone well. seem to be getting rewards going up the side of the field. Here goes that man, and he's kicked another score. The man that got the goal, Christopher. Of the ball. Shane McGrath's come way out from his full forward position, still carrying. You know, this man can kick 2 points if he gets a chance. He's cutting inside. It looks like he's fouled, and the referee says he is, so he's a kick for nothing. And here she goes inside, and it's flicked in the balls in the back of the net.
Put it in, and Matt Gillespie did brilliant. What a touch into the back of the net. Huge score for Ballyshannon.
Here goes Hugh McFadden. He's right inside. Was he going for the goal again? He does, and the ball. The referee's giving a square ball here.
Square ball.
Oh, that's a big call by the referee.
There goes Gavin Doherty that got a touch.
It's a man from Aodh Ruadh. Shane Delahunty breaking up the field. He's bust through very well. He's 2 points so far. I'd say he's going to get a third one here. Yes, he's got
advantage of it. And here they go again, Martin.
Here they go again, and the ball's gone inside to David Dolan's first chance, a chance of a goal, and Dolan knocks it over the bar. Here he goes, coming up to it. It's not a bad strike. It's a great strike. That's counties, and they'll be back to it shortly. But we're still here on Donegal GEA streaming. Anybody that wants to watch into it, and we've kicked 2 pointers. Here goes, and that's not a bad kick without the boot. That's an unbelievable kick, and it's over the bar for a 2 point.
Left his boot, so it did. So big score to get Ballyshannon back on level terms.
But here goes Owen Van Galler's having a brilliant first half. He's busting through again. He's crazy, just selling dummies all around him. He's still going through. There's a half goal chance here. He's going to play it inside. They're looking for the goal, and they got the goal. 2-6 to 1-6. Here come the men from Aodh Ruadh now trying. Shane Delahunty trying to bust through. They work it inside too. Are they going to try to work a goal here? No, I think they might look a goal. Yeah, he's busting on through, and he bangs it into the back of the net. It's Jack Gallagher. What a game we're having here. Welcome back here to Father Tierney Park for the second half. And suppose the only bit of worry we have is that it could get dark. It's starting to get a wee bit dark as well already. The referee was blowing the whistle to get the two teams out. He's out. James Connor's ready in the middle of the field. Here she goes. And between Eamon McGrath and Hugh McFadden. And Hugh McFadden catches in the air brilliantly and keep possession. That man Owen Van Galler was definitely the best player in the first half. He's had a big game in the first half. Owen Ban knocks it out. Hugh McFadden's getting his boots sorted out in the middle of the field. They're going to keep possession. They're going to work it. Will they kick 2 pointers? Will they go for 2 points? They have players like Jack McSharry and that could kick 2 pointers in the second half. Here they go, keeping possession of the ball. And they're just going to hold on to possession. They're waiting for Hugh McFadden to get up on his feet. And they'll probably get the ball to him. What's he do? He's carrying it forward. He's busting right through the centre. He's going to kick his own score, is he? Yes, it's a brilliant kick. We're right behind it here. It's a 1-pointer, but it's gone over the bar and puts the men from the Fishermen into the lead on a scoreline of 2-7 for them. 2-6 Ruadh. He goes down tying his lace and nobody picked him up and he got on the ball. And he's been very effective, and he nearly wasn't fit to walk off the field at half time, in fairness to Q. He's got a big problem with his Achilles, and he did that, a bad kick out by Peter Boyle, and it's cut out easily by the men from Killybegs. It's Gavin Doherty. Gavin Doherty gets the shot, and it's gone over the bar. I think it might have been actually Oren McNeilis that got the score. And again, very bad kick out by Peter Boyle. It's not like him, Brendan.
No, absolutely not. He's normally fairly sharp on them sort of things, but again, duly punished by Killybegs, and a brilliant opening in the second half from Killybegs. And again, it was the big man inside, Hugh McFadden, taking leadership, taking ownership, taking on that first score to get the ball rolling for them. And you would just fear that they may dominate that middle third area now and kick outs in the second half with that breeze. Yeah,
here they are again. They're working across. The ball was won. The breaking ball in the middle of the field was won by Jack McSharry. Jack McSharry gives it out to now Owen Van Galler has the ball. Owen Van Galler gives it into the centre to Rory Coyler. Rory Coyler and the whole back to Owen Van. And now it's gone back to Seamus Ogburn. His dad's a brilliant follower of football, of the Killybegs and of the county team. Never misses a county match. You'll meet him at county matches, and they've gone over the ar. I think it's that man, Jack McSharry. And I think if any player deserves a score, it's Jack McSharry. So Killybegs started the first half brilliantly. They got a goal early on, and now they've started the second half with 3 brilliant scores. It's now Killybegs 2-9, the Killybegs 2-9, Ruadh 2-6, Brendan.
Yeah, quality football from Killybegs, and as you mentioned, Jack McSharry, a brilliant first half, getting on the scoreboard on that occasion, just getting inside the Ruadh Ballyshannon cover and slotting it over the bar, and that was a ball that Ballyshannon needed to win there. Ruadh Ballyshannon needed to win around the middle of the bar. Yeah, it's brilliantly won by Eddie Lynch. It's not as good player as Eddie Lynch. He's been very effective. Gone to Nathan Boyle, wearing number 21. Nathan Boyle gives it inside to Shane McGrath. Shane McGrath shoots, and it's a brilliant goal. What a finish by Shane McGrath. The men from Ruadh are looking for the goals as well. It's all aboard again. Brilliant move, brilliantly caught by Eddie Lynch. The breeze is that strong that, Peter Boyler's normally a long kick out, landed out. It's brilliantly caught by Eddie Lynch, carried it forward, given it off. It was given off to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle didn't want to take the point, and to Shane McGrath. Brilliant goal. We've had some great goals, Brendan. We've had some great goals, and an absolutely superb response to 3 points. 3 brilliant points from Killybegs in a row. As you say, Lynch lad wins the kick out, moves it on to Nathan Boyle. He plays it into Shane McGrath, who has been closed in by 2 defenders, did brilliantly well, and absolutely rifle it into the net again. Absolutely brilliant goal. Owen Ban into Hugh McFadden. He's in for a goal. He's on, and it's a brilliant finish. What a ball from Owen Van Galler, and he won it in behind. And Hugh McFadden has a left foot as well as a right foot. Brilliantly finished to the net. We now have 3-9 to 3-6. Sylvester used to have a good left foot. I don't know how to a right foot. He's looking up at me here. He doesn't believe me. But what a finish with the left foot by Hugh McFadden. And we've had some great goals, but that's as good as any of them. And Ruadh under pressure with the kick out, Brendan. They need to just try to get the ball away. The men from Killybegs are pressed up. Can we go back and talk about Hughie's goal for a minute? What a bloody goal. Up in the air, pulled it out of the sky, and absolutely rifled into the net in response to Ruadh Ballyshanon's goal up at the other end. We've seen 6 goals, and every one of them has been of pure quality, so they have, Martin. Absolutely brilliant stuff from both sides. Yeah, and a lot of them, Brendan, have come after a goal for the other team. The other team breaks down the field and gets a goal. We've seen it a lot today, because Ruadh are just after getting the goal, and then go forward go Killybegs. But what a ball from Owen. The defensive coach is Martin, I think. Yes, that's it, Brendan. Owen Van Galler inside. Here's Nathan Boyle again. Gives it off to Shane McGrath. The two of them played well together. Shane McGrath, the referee James Connors, pulls it back.
Just to listeners, Notion FM, listen to it. It's 3-9 for the men from Killybegs. It's 3-6 for Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon. Aodh Ruadh playing against the Killybegs men. The Callabugga has a strong breeze and they're back in the second half. Here they go, the men from Ballyshannon. Owen Kelly got his hands on a lot of ball. It's very hard to break it down because they're a very, very strong breeze blowing in, but they've worked it out to Shane Delahunty. Shane going through. Is he going to give it off? He won't be able to kick a point. He's trying cutting inside. That man Owen Van Galler won, but Shane's cutting. He's still cutting. And the ref has said he overcarried the ball. I think it might have been a wee bit harsh there, Brendan. I thought that he maybe sold the dummy, but anyway, he said he overcarried it.
Yeah, overcarried and free out for a little let off for Killybegs on this occasion, and they're back in possession trying to work the ball up the field again, Martin. Oh, that's a dodgy ball.
That's a terrible ball from was it Rory Coyler that gave the bad pass, and the ball's worked inside, and now here there's another chance of a goal, and it's that man the wing back again going through. What a brilliant tackle by Evan Broderick to get back on him and knock the ball away from him. So there's a chance with Eddie Lynch. He's covered every blade of grass in this ground today, that man Eddie Lynch. But what a tackle by Evan Broderick. He got back. It's good to see a midfielder getting back in that situation. He made up for Hugh McFadden giving away a bad ball. Probably the only bad ball he gave away today. Here they go. It's into Jack McSharry. Pace cuts inside. He'd probably knock it over the bar, will he? No, they're going for a goal again. And it's going to hit the back of the net again. And they've worked it up the field. And it seems like it's nearly too easy. Is that Hugh McFadden again who buried that ball to the back of the net? And that hairdo he has, I think he looks like other Killybegs players, but brilliant play by Jack McSharry. But let's give Evan Broderick credit for the turnover at the other end. That's where the goal came from. And Hugh McFadden gets his second goal of the second half. One with the left foot, Brendan, and one with the right.
Yeah, and you're 100%. Evan Broderick getting back, running the hard yards to make the interception in his own goal line. Ball moved up the field, and again, brilliant foresight from Jack McSharry playing the ball into Huey. He knew Huey is on fire, that he wanted it, and gave it to him. Absolutely stuck it in the net again. Brilliant goal. And again, we can question the defensive duties of the teams involved, but the finishing has been absolutely top class.
Yeah, so it's Aodh Ruadh 3-6, the Callabugga 4-9, and as I said, in the Callabugga playing with the strong breeze in their back in the second half, but Aodh Ruadh won this ball. It's gone to Nathan Boyle with the blue boots on him. Nathan Boyle solo, and he's a good player, this man. I've seen him playing underage for the county as well, and Nathan's still carrying. Not unlike Brian Roper when he was playing for the men from Aodh Ruadh, and he's going to solo, but he's taken the free because he's been fouled. Now it's a fair bit out. There's a strong breeze blowing into even our face up here, but that last goal seems to have deadened the game a bit from a spectacle point of view, Brendan.
Yeah, it certainly has, and it's now a 6-point lead, so it is for Killybegs from an been level just only moments ago, Martin. The goals are coming hard and fast. It's hard to keep track of them all, but important if Nathan Boyle can put over this free, bring it back to a 4-point game, reignite his troops, and get back at it again. So an important kick from Nathan Boyle, but by no means easy, very difficult.
And that's a lovely strike, but it's going just unlucky. Just the breeze caught it, and it went out for a 45. I think it was 45. One of the defenders touched it. Looked like it went out for a 45, but a brilliant kick by Nathan Boyle. I think he's going to cross-take this again. I know that the listeners in Ocean FM have joined us about 5 minutes ago back here again, so just let them know the score is Killybegs 4-9, Aodh Ruadh 3-6. Two brilliant goals in the second half by Q McFadden brilliantly, and then you had a Shane McGrath goal at the other end, and all brilliant goals. So far it's looking like that the Killybegs men will go on to 4 points, and they'll make the preliminary quarter-final, and Aodh Ruadh will probably end up in a relegation playoff. This ball kicked in again, it's a dangerous ball, and broken out by Joyce Collier, and he breaks it out, and it's won by the men from Aodh Ruadh again. It's back to Nathan Boyle, who took the 45. Nathan Boyle holding on to possession. He's trying to bust it through, but that ball was going to be cut out by Owen Van Galler, but he didn't get it. Jim McInerney has it. Jim McInerney's down on it. Jim McInerney's on the ground. A lot of Killybegs men around him. Callabugga, and Owen Van Galler takes the solo. Away he goes. James Connor says play on. Owen Van, they're going to hold possession into Evan Broderick. Evan Broderick, this is a big man. It's actually Seamadog Burns. Seamadog Burns, a big man as well. They worked it in. Now is Evan Broderick busting straight to the centre. This is danger for the men from Ballyshannon. He's going straight through. Will he just take his point? He looks like he's going to do that, and he does. Probably a sensible thing. Takes his point and knocks it over the bar. There's another sub coming on. There's two subs coming on. We'll take it as number 26, we're being told, for Aodh Ruadh. We don't have a 26, so we'll have to find out who 26 is. And for it's number 18, which is Owen Mulligan for the men from Killybegs. I think that's coming on here.
Young Gavin Doherty.
Gavin Doherty has done his job, got the goal at an important stage when they needed a goal gone off. And I think it's the number 3, Connor Patton, who's been taken off the Aodh team. Connor picked up a yellow card going off the field at half time. And they're working it out, but it's been turned over. And men from Killybegs are not happy. They're not happy. The management team that felt it wasn't a free. But we'll carry on here. And worked up the men from Ballyshannon. Jack Goller, who's tried hard all day. Jack Goller gives it into another man, Shane Delahunty, who's tried hard, and so was Eddie Lynch, tried very hard. They've worked it and they're working, they're trying to keep possession. Well, they are keeping possession of the ball. It's back with that man, Shane McGrath, is pressed out the field. He plays it inside to Eamon McGrath. And it's across to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle plays it out the far side of the field, and I think it's Kyle Murray's come up from defence. He's holding on to possession. He'll work it back, and it's back to Eamon McGrath. 4-10 to 3-6 the scoreline in favour of the men from Killybegs. Here they go. He goes. German McInerney gives it off to Dolan, and he was being pulled the jersey back, David Dolan, and he has a free. And now you expect Nathan Boyle might be good enough, Brendan, to kick this over the bar, considering the last couple of kicks he kicked.
You would indeed, yeah. This should be a score, very scoreable, and much needed score for Aodh Ballyshannon. But you can see the difficulty of creating the openers, playing into the teeth of that wind, that side of the pitch, Martin. You have to work the ball in really close. And to be fair to Killybegs, they were better set up defensively on that occasion. Kept forcing them to move the ball. Eventually they got the shot off, and it was under pressure, and the referee correctly adjudged that it was a foul. So an opportunity to get for Aodh Ballyshannon to get the scoreboard ticking again, Martin. Yeah,
just gone very nearly 12 minutes into the second half here, and as I said, this is a chance. And it's actually Jeremy McInerney who's taking the kick. Jeremy looks he's curled it in, and he's gone the one. He didn't judge the breeze enough, and the ball has just gone out wide. That shows you got it too far up in the air. When you think of Joyce Coyler's kick the first half where he kicked it off the ground, probably into that breeze, you'd be better trying to kick the ball off the ground, because it'll not go as high as it will out of your hands, Brendan.
Yeah, less moving parts, you can control it better and keep it maybe lower, keep the trajectory of the ball lower, Martin, because if you put it up there with that wind, it is going to take it away.
Yeah, so here we go. The kick has gone out, and the men from Ballyshannon have won it again. We will find out who number 26 is shortly. I think we had some of these Aodh men to tell us. And to McInerney. Jeremy McInerney gives it inside to Shane McGrath. Shane McGrath's holding on to possession. Shane McGrath's still going. Looks like he was fouled there again, and he is fouled. And it's another free, but it's too difficult. You have to go short. He kicks it straight off the Killybegs player, and it goes back to him. But I think now it's going to be taken in.
I think it's Colin McGloin that came in,
Ben Connolly, and I think this time it should be a score for the men from Ballyshannon, a badly needed score. Just to let our listeners know, it's 3-6 for Aodh. It's in the Calabaga 4-10, and we've gone over 13 minutes into the second half here. And here goes Jeremy McInerney again, kicking out of his hand. So you want to make sure he doesn't go too high. The one will catch it, and it is getting a wee bit dark here. But we've had 7 goals, so we've had a feast of goals. Here he goes. He kicks it good and hard, and he kicks it over the bar. So that's 3-7 to 4-10. So that's 6 points in it now. I think Aodh will need a goal, at least one goal, if they're going to get back into this game, Brendan, because you'll not be taking points back. You're not getting any 2-pointers or taking points back playing against that breeze.
Two-pointers you would think are out of the question. So particularly in this second half, we've seen both sides' capability to kick goals. So yes, there is that opportunity. But I suppose their problem is that middle third of the field, where Killybegs seem to have that strength and that supremacy around that area, and when they are winning ball, they seem to be able to get up the field and get scores at will.
It's shot in by Christopher Mulligan, and we'll forgive him for that. He's just gone wide. It's very difficult to kick into that breeze with your right foot, because you're kicking directly into the breeze from the right side of the attack as well. Here we go, Peter Boyle with the kick out, and we know how long a kick out Peter Boyle has. We've seen him in the under 21, that him hitting Michael Murphy nearly up on the full forward line, and that just shows you a stronger breeze when you see that kick out coming out down below us. Knocked out by Seamus Ogburn, but the line ball is for Aodh Ballyshannon. And another sub got on here below us for the men from Aodh, wearing number 20. Colin McGlone that we have here on the sheet anyway. It's in this.
I think the last sub was Colin McGlone. No, that looks like more like Cian Rooney to me.
Right, so Cian Rooney will wear 20. Cian Rooney's wearing 20 and Colin McGlone is 21. Wearing 26. Okay, thanks for that, Brendan. We appreciate that to know that, because Jimmy McInerney been taken off down below us here and just scored that point in the second half there. And here we go. They have it. They're holding on to possession now. Is that man again, Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch keeping possession of the ball, and he's surrounded by 3 Killybegs men around him, but he gets the ball away and he does really well. He gets it away to Damien Webber wearing number 17. We don't know is that him or not, but anyway he's wearing 17 to go on the sheet. They're keeping possession of the ball. Owen Kelly. They're holding on to it at the minute. Yes, it's back to Jack Galler. Jack Galler, we haven't seen a lot of Jack. We did see him in the first half. We haven't seen a lot in the second half. He's a nice ball player. And it's off to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle gives it inside to Eamon McGrath. Eamon McGrath's pushing through, a big strong man, gives it back to Shane Delahunty. Back to Eamon McGrath, and now back to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle cuts brilliantly inside. He's on his left foot, and he goes for the shot. That's a brilliant score by Nathan Boyle with the outside of the right boot. Deserves a score. Very well finished. Good play by the Ruadh men. They won the kick out. The Killybegs men seem to have gone to sleep a wee bit, that they think they have the job done, Brendan, but that's a couple of good scores now. So it's 4-10 to 3-8 in favour of Killybegs.
Really skillful score from Nathan Boyle. Sold a wee dummy, because Killybegs again were very well set up. Watching Owen Ban, he's sitting off the play, kind of making sure, I suppose, that there aren't more goal openings that threaten them. But Nathan Boyle jigged a couple of ways and eventually got the sod off for a lovely score. So
they've won the ball again. That man Eddie Lynch going forward. He's working. He has it again. They're going to lay it off again. And Shane McGrath. They're looking about the goal. And it's cut out by Killybegs. I thought Shane McGrath should have went for the goal maybe himself, or even went for a point. But it's a free out, and there's a Ruadh player just maybe tackled after the ball there, and to see it was Owen Kelly, what we've been told, the number 10 that made the late tackle. The referee's happy enough. Now it is getting dark here, Brendan, you know, and we look at the clock. 17 minutes into the 17 minutes. I make it into the second half, and it's just a wee bit dark. But anyway, hopefully we'll get through it. As the ball's out again, it's another line ball for the men from Ruadh, and they're controlling the game this last 5-10 minutes, Brendan, really.
To be fair to them, Martin, they're really working hard, and they've worked their way back into it. You know, have from been 6 points down now, they're only 5 points down. They've got them couple of scores, or must have been 7 points down. They've got them couple of scores to get them back into it, so they have. And you know, they're showing a real bit of grits here, so they are. That will stand to them, Martin. You know.
Here they go again. There's plenty of room. You know, he's just kicked it up in the air, Damien Webber, but it's one inside, brilliantly won by, and he's on his left foot, but he's knocked that ball straight into the goalkeeper's hands. There's some Ruadh supporters here beside me are not happy with that. I think that was Senan Rooney maybe that done that knocked that ball in the goalkeeper's hands, I think. But disappointing.
And the risk for them now is that they're throwing bodies forward, maybe leaving gaps at the back, and that, you know, Killybegs will be able to counter, so they will. And you know, when you see the space up here and the one-on-ones up here, there are huge opportunities in it for Killybegs.
Yeah, and here they go, they worked it out. They got it to that right man, Owen Ban. He worked it out easily. So here they come up the far side of the field now, and it's getting hard to see the numbers even on the players. But anyway, it's Evan Broderick soloing the ball around the middle of the field. They will keep possession. Christopher Mulligan's out on the side looking for it. He did a lot of damage on the left side the first half, going up the left flank of the attack. He's gone up the right side this time. Here they go, they have it, they're holding on to possession. Oren McGuinness, he's had a very good worker, and it's a great chance of a score, and looks like he's knocked it over the bar. I think it's Evan Broderick, the midfielder, who knocked that ball over the bar, and again, brilliantly worked up the field. And the thing about this Killybegs team, they get scores from anywhere on the field, which is important for them.
Absolutely, Martin, and that was really working the ball through the hands delightfully, moving it across, players coming off the shoulder, and it was Evan Broderick then that came in at the end of it, and you know, the space had opened up, simple tap over point from it. Really impressive score from Killybegs and that.
Yeah, good short kick out, got away to Shane Delahunty, who laid it off to Ryan Keenan. They're working it up on the far side. I think as Ryan Keenan still has the ball, cutting across, and it comes across this side of the field to Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly, white boots, Owen still carrying it. He's laying it back, and Eddie Lynch back to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle has had a very good second half, and Nathan soloing the ball, keeping possession of the ball, gives it to Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch going right through. busting right through the centre is Eddie Lynch, and he gives it off to Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher still holding on to possession on the left foot. It's too far out to kick a point into that breeze. He's coming inside. Nice player. He gets onto his right foot. He kicks it with his right foot, and he kicks it over the bar. Brilliant score by Jack Gallagher. That's a very good score. So it's 4-11 to 3-9 is the scoreline in favour of the men from Killybegs. Fishermen, and we've just gone over 20 minutes into this second half, Brendan.
Yeah, good score from young Jack Gallagher. Really worked really well. They, again, played fresher football there last year with the ATU freshers and Letterkenny, and had a lot of that to do with his own, so he took it on and delightfully put it over the bar for a good score, bring it back to a 5-point game. A lot to do here for Aodh Ruadh in the last 10 minutes, but they're playing hard, they're trying, they're working everything they can, so they are. But it's going to be difficult, and you're right, Martin. I think they're going to need a goal to really chase this down. Yeah,
but that kick out, Joyce Kyler went straight out over the line. He'd be disappointed with that, and you have it again. Shane Delahunty keeping possession to Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly back to Eamon McGrath. Eamon McGrath takes a solo, gives it right out the far side of the field to Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch holding on to possession. Eddie Lynch keeps possession of the ball, gives it off to Owen Kelly again, and so it's now the man that scored the last point, and he's kicked another ball in, but this time he's kicked it wide. Jack Gallagher, after a great score the last time, you'd be disappointed in that. But the men from Fishermen have gone to sleep a wee bit here. They're not getting, they can't get. They're kind of maybe going through the motions.
They've
a wee
lost
bit.
the urgency, so they have that. That we saw in a lot of the game in the first half, kind of sitting on that lead, waiting to kind of break down Ballyshannon and maybe catch them on the break, but. If you wait too long, you'll give other team opportunities, but this is where they could be effective.
Yeah, they've won it, but the men from Ballyshannon Aodh have won it again. And here they go forward. And as I said, it's number 26 who we're saying is it Colin McGlone or Senan Rooney, isn't it? So they're holding on to possession. They work it through. That's a brilliant ball, but brilliantly cut out again by Evan Broderick. Got his hand to it. Just was a bigger man. I think he hurt his hand getting his hand to that ball. And here comes Jack McSharry for the men from the Fishermen from Killybegs. Jack McSharry carrying it right through. He's crossing the 45 and just about C now out here now. Jack McSharry keeping possession of the ball. He's in no hurry. He's holding it back across the 45. And he says, boys, let's settle down. Let's get these other players up with me. And we'll try to get a score. We'll run down the clock as much as we can. 22 and a half minutes gone or so around that. And it's back with Owen Van Geller. Owen Van Geller gives it inside to Seamus Ogburn. Seamus Ogburn gives it inside, and that's a brilliant block by Nathan Boyle. Maybe silly from the was it young Carberry did it, but silly from Killybegs man anyway. But anyway, Nathan Boyle carrying it forward. He goes right forward with the ball. It was Oren McGuinness who went for scoring. We know he's a good man to kick a score. As Oren McGuinness, he had 4 points got before today, but they're going forward again as Eddie Lynch over on the far side. Eddie's busting through. He's still holding possession of the ball. He's given it to Shane McGrath. Shane McGrath gives it to the side to Owen Kelly. Owen Kelly gives it to Shane Delahunty. Shane Delahunty holding on to the ball as Shane cuts inside brilliantly. And as Owen McGuinness trying to get back, but he keeps possession of the ball. They still have it. They're holding it. Yeah. Owen Kelly back to Nathan Boyle. He will take players on. He will go. Nathan Boyle still carrying, trying to get onto his right foot. Cuts on to the left. And the referee said he wasn't fouled. Looked like he was fouled, but anyways, play on, says James Connors, the referee, and they held on to possession of the ball, and it's back to Kyle Murray. Kyle Murray, their right back, used to try to cross the 45. There's strong marking by the Killybegs men there. Killy and Kildare very tight on David Dolan. He seems to be doing a marking job on him. Here goes that man again, Jack Gallagher, and he's kicked this. Jack Gallagher, and he's kicked this over the bar again. That's another good score. So it's now, we make it now 3-10 for Aodh Ruadh, 4-11 for the men from Killybegs. There's two subs going in here. Number 20 for Killybegs is Mark Finnerty. Mark Finnerty and Owen Cassidy has come in for the men from Ballyshannon. So that's what we're hearing anyway. So
Chris Mulligan coming off here.
Christopher Mulligan coming off down below. He seems to have picked up a knock. So 3-10 to 4-11. It's not over yet, and we look at the clock, and the clock tells us about 24 and a half, just over 24 and a half minutes gone. So there hasn't been much stoppage in the second half compared to the first, but the men from Aodh Ruadh have taken over complete control in the middle of the field of the Killybegs kick out, And here they go, holding on to possession. They're working it back to the man who's had a good second half so far, Jack Gallagher. He cuts across. He's a nice player, lovely footballer, very good, 2 feet, very good on the ball. And they're just keeping possession. This Ruadh man just gone down. I think it's Owen Kelly. He's picked up a bit of cramp there, but they'll hold on to possession. They have to bust through, and they have to do that. And it's Jack Gallagher, and he's trying to get onto his right foot. He gives it to Shane Delahunty. Shane holding on to the ball, gives it back to work it back again to the man that had the cramp a minute ago, and he still has cramp. He doesn't look to be right, and it's gone to Eddie Lynch from Owen Kelly, out to Eddie Lynch. Eddie Lynch gives it inside. Damien Webber, who's wearing number 17, he cuts inside brilliantly. That's good movement, and they give it on the ground. It's still on the ground, but it's gone straight into the goalkeeper, and he's picked it up. Joyce Kyler has picked it up and worked it out brilliantly, and Ruadh should have put the ball over the bar, Brendan, and take it back. Get it back to a goal.
They had the opportunity to get the shot away, but just didn't on that occasion. And we spoke at half time, Martin, about the wides and that they were going to regret them in the second half. They kicked 6 in the first half, they kicked 2 in the second half, and a couple of them chances, and they're a lot closer, so they are this, because Killybegs seem to have sat on their laurels in the second half. They haven't really dominated that middle third like I thought they would have with the big men that they have around there. But you have to give great credit to Ruadh Ballyshannon for that, because they've battled and fought for everything around that middle third to get them back into the game. So they are 4-point game with a few minutes left.
Yeah, that's it, 4-point game, and here goes Jack McSherry, and he's going to run at people. He's got pace, serious pace, and I say he'll put it back up to a 4-point again, and he's done just that. And that's the thing that Killybegs have, Brendan. Get the ball to Owen Ban, pace. Get the ball to Jack McSherry, pace. And then if we're stuck, get a high ball into Hugh McFadden. And it's been very, very effective for them. Simple, but very effective. And we always say speed kills, and definitely on a football field, it burns legs on a football field.
100%, and particularly in the last, in the 58th, 59th minute, the defenders are getting that bit tired. But Jack McSherry has a really good game for Killybegs, and just that swift of foot that he was able to get away from his man there and clip it over the bar easily. Yeah,
brilliant kick out by Peter Boyle, won by Eamon McGrath, brilliantly in the air. And here they go. They're keeping possession of the ball now. Is the men from Ruadh. And I suppose even if Ruadh do lose this game and they end up in the relegation thing, there'll be other teams who won't want to be playing that Ruadh team. If they can keep it together and keep the training and keep the lads all together. Here's a fella's handle out of ball. Shane Delahunty. He's showing the pace, and he showed the pace to. He's giving it wide. Shane Delahunty's not happy himself, because fairness umpire was looking up at it, and he was happy enough that it had gone past the post before it turned.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and he's had a fine second half, Shane Delahunty.
The two wing half backs, Eddie Lynch has handled a lot of ball too.
He's done really well and kind of driving hard at Killybegs. So now he's going in now to talk to the ref about that last shot. It did come in, but did it come in time? That's the question.
Yeah, so it's really only he's going to put up the flag, are they? No, he's happy enough. I think it's the right call. We were right behind it here with the camera people, and he's flagged it wide, and it looked like it did go wide. It was a good effort by Shane Delahunty, but it did go wide. 4-12 to 3-10 in favour of the Killybegs. And here goes the kick out, and they're going long this time. It's out towards that midfield area, and they've missed it all, and it's broken. It's trying to hit Hugh McFadden with it, but it broke straight down to Ryan Keenahan. Ryan Keenahan going up the far side, and they're working it. Is there a goal in this Ruadh team? And they could be doing with a man down close to me here, Sylvester Maguire, on the edge of the square to put the ball in high to him. But anyway, so here they go. He's the togs on him and all. He was still play. He's fit enough to play here. They're holding on to possession of the ball, and it's worked inside to Jack Gallagher. Jack Gallagher, this boy can go. Yes, Jack's going. He's going for a goal. Oh! He hit the top of the crossbar and just gone over the bar. But what an effort by Jack Gallagher, Brendan. He's had a brilliant second half, and he's a player. That's a player for the future to look at, and he's left a lot of quality with that young lad.
Played really, really well second half. Absolutely, the last 10 minutes, he's just like he's on fire, and we saw some brilliant goals today. I think with 7 goals, that would have capped them all off. It was such a brilliant effort and a brave attempt too to go for it, Martin.
Yeah, brave attempt. Just 29 and a half. I make it about 29 and a half minutes gone in this second half, but. So they won the ball at him in the middle of the field, the men from Killybegs, and silly foul by the Ruadh. They don't want to foul because Killybegs will wind down the clock if they can at all, Brendan. And
that man, Martin, again, Hugh McFadden, winning that important ball around the middle of the park when it had to be won, when his team needed to get his hands on leather. He was out there doing it, so he's had a superb game. He's contributed 2-3, I think, to the scoreboard, and he's really worked hard.
Yeah, and he's been tough and him limping along, as they say. But yeah, it was important, and he looked out the lines, and they told him there are 2 minutes left, the Killybegs line, before he took that free. And here they go, they're going forward, and they're fouled here now too. But I think Jack McSharry could kick this over the bar, and it's taken back for the free. Again, Hugh McFadden dictating the play, dictating everything else about it, and you feel that's winding it down. Number 21, Joseph McGrory coming on here, looks like, for Killybegs, just to get a bit of game time here into him, because Killybegs are looking at going on to 4 points now, and you'd feel that will put them into the preliminary next weekend. So here goes, is it Hugh McFadden kicking this? I say he's going to kick it out of the ground if he can, but he kicked it well over the bar anyway. And again, Owen Bangaller, Jack McSharry, Hugh McFadden, them three had big games for Killybegs. Other players, around them played well, but they led the whole thing and made the difference. Jack McSharry has shown a lot of pace.
Yeah. Three you mentioned have been absolutely superb for them and worked really hard. As have the two midfielders contributed a fair bit too, so they have, but you would worry about that 10-15 minute period where they just surrendered possession of the ball around the middle of the park. That's something that they will look at, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely will, as you said, look at it for next year. But this is what they wanted to do, was probably stay in senior championship. That's the first important thing, and then after that's a bonus for the likes of them. So very, very happy. Here goes to Nathan Boyle. Nathan Boyle keeping possession of the ball. It is getting dark, there's no doubt about it. The brightest thing in the ground is the scoreboard. We can see the scoreboard. Shane Delahunty. Shane going through. Well, he tried with his left foot. He's holding on to the ball. He's Jack Goller running off his shoulder. He gives it to Nathan Ball, but he threw the ball at his feet. Probably the only mistake he made the second half, and it was easily won by Killybegs. And it's up towards Hugh McFadden, but Hugh thinks he was fouled, but have to give credit to the wee man that got the ball. Damien Webber won the ball on him. And
I think they're claiming that there was a breach of the 3 up, that the Aodh Ruadh Shannon man attacked that ball, leaving them with only 2 defenders. Right. I think that was what you was shouting there.
There'd be nothing Hugh McFadden wouldn't miss on a field. He would know. He'd be telling me, I know it all, but I do be telling him he's definitely the man that knows all. There's a great ball through, and they've kicked. Jack McSharry again has kicked it. Point, brilliant balling. Hugh McFadden up the field, and Jack McSharry knocked it over the bar. So she's winding down 4:14 to 3:11, and I said we're here in association with the Ocean FM and Donegal GE streaming. And we've really enjoyed the match, particularly the first half, and the first 10 minutes of the second half have been brilliant. Now, it did die a bit, but you have to give Aodh Ruadh credit. They stayed in it and they kept battling away, and they'll be happy with that performance themselves, because I suppose Killybegs were the favourites coming in. And just that bit of experience, a couple of county men, and particularly Jack McSharry, who would have played a bit of county football on this. This man has excited me the second half. Jack Goller, he doesn't deserve to be in the losing team, and he's kicked another nice score, Jack Goller, and he's very, very exciting player. He's only a young lad. I know a lot of Aodh Ruadh people would have talked about him in the past, and he definitely has looked today, Brendan, that he would make any club team in the county.
He's kicked 1-4 since the 51st minute. He's kicked 4 points, all from play, all taken on his men, all really excellent scores, Martin. So he's had a really, really good game. So he has. Yeah, that's Brendan
Kilcoyne there, my co-com here today, and the final whistle's gone, and Killybegs are the happy team. They go home on a scoreline. Killybegs 4-14, Aodh Ruadh 3-12. So again, a 5-point victory. They'll be happy with that. We talked about all the players they had and the difference. We'll try to get somebody up here for an interview afterwards, so we'll get talking to them. But the Killybegs management team will be very happy with that performance. Come away from home and won away from home. So look at, they're the team. They can go and watch other games now this weekend and enjoy them. They'll be happy, Brendan, with all round, and they got big games out of the big players, which at this level is very important.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, Martin. The foundation for that victory, and we've mentioned it all day, has been laid right through the centre of their team, from Owen Bangaller, Broderick and Byrne, and Jack McSharry and Big Hughie, and they've been superb, and they've been ably supported by the rest of the cast too. So they have Josh Coyler and goals had a really good game too. Dealt really well with a couple of high balls that went in on top of him. But Hughie kicked 2-4 in total. Jack McSharry kicked scores when they needed and kicked 3 points from an Aodh Ruadh Ballyshannon. They can take a lot from this, so they can, Martin. They kept battling to the end, and they can garner a lot of strength from that going into the relegation playoffs from this. So you look at their two wing backs. We mentioned them, Peter Boylan goals. Their two wing backs, Eddie Lynch and Shane Delahunty, did really, really well for them. Eamon McGrath worked hard around the middle of the field. It was Nathan Boyle that came in that made a huge difference. He has that bit of quality, that bit of class, and he showed that and did really, really well for them. So you wonder why he didn't start. And then, yes, Jack Gallagher, what a 10-15 minutes he had towards the end of the game. Also, of course, he got the goal in the first half. So, they'll take a lot from that to build on that to go into the relegation playoffs. But we spoke about the wides, 6 wides in the first half, 3 in the second. They only kicked 1 2-pointer in the first half, which equals what Killybegs kicked in the first half. So getting full advantage of that fairly stiff, strong wind that was there today. They didn't really do that, and they left themselves with a bit too much to do in the second half. But what an enjoyable game, Martin. We've seen some of the best goals that you could hope to see in championship football. Absolutely crackers of goals, and both teams really went at it. It did die a bit, it lulled a bit in the second half, Martin, at times, but you have to give Ballyshannon credit for that, because they really battled around the middle third to get themselves back into the game. But I really enjoyed the game. Good luck to Killybegs as they go into the hat now for probably the prelims. It probably won't be enough to get them into the quarterfinals. It'll probably be a prelim, and we'll know more about that tomorrow. And then Ballyshannon will go into the relegation playoffs with a lot of hope after that performance today.
Yeah, but probably you really look at it that they lost at the first half, Brendan, maybe with them wides and everything else, and maybe didn't get a look at 2-pointers. But from Killybegs' point of view, they controlled it and they knew they were always ahead. And then Hugh McFadden's goal in the second half was believable. Finish with left foot, made a difference. Then he got the one with the right foot as well. The 2 goals made a difference. So as I said, we'll get talking to somebody, but Hero's point of view, you covered it there very well. Jack Gallagher, good, and they all round. They put up a great performance, particularly in the second half. So they should look forward to going into the relegation with confidence, which will be important. As you said, Joyce Coyler is looking very exciting. Keeper looking at him, and he came up and kicked the free and everything else. Kickouts were brilliant. We talked about the big players and everything else. So I just want to thank everybody, and go back to just a couple of people that helped me out. Hugh McFadden gave me the information on the Killybegs players beforehand. Had Finn Dugan who got the information on the Rua players, and I'd like to thank John Smith is here, a Killybegs man who's happy here, who's the cameraman here for Donegal streaming here today, GA streaming. And I'd just like to thank Null 17 and Doonaf 16, the 29 minutes gone the second half. Glenfin 3-12, our draft 14, looking good for Glenfin there, and 16. And I'd just like to say there's a man here beside me, Mickey McLoone, who was one of the greatest footballers ever played on that pitch out there, and it's great to see Mickey here and everything else. I know there are a lot of great footballers from Ballyshannon come through from Ballyshannon, but he was one of the best. And Hugh McFadden has joined us up here, and he's happy enough. He got a couple of goals today, Q, and everything else. Oh no, sorry, we'll wait for a couple of minutes. Sorry, John's just telling me here. Side, and looks like it's good, and it's gone. Yeah. It's gone over the bar. That's a good score. They needed that to settle down because we've gone well. So we get rewards going up the side of the field. Here goes that man, and he's kicked another score. The man that got the goal, Christopher. Of the ball. Shane McGrath's come way out from his full forward position, still carrying. This man can kick 2 points if he gets a chance. He's cutting inside. Looks like he's fouled. The referee says he is, so he's a kick for nothing. And here she goes inside, and it's flicked in the balls in the back of the net.
Put it in immaculately, did brilliant. What a touch into the back of the net. Huge score for Ballyshannon.
Here goes Hugh McFadden, he's right inside. Was he going for the goal again? He does, in the ball. The referee's giving a square ball here.
Square ball.
Oh, that's a big call by the referee.
There goes Gavin Doherty that got it.
And from Rua. Shane Delahunty breaking up the field. He's pushed through very well. He's 2 points so far. I'd say he's going to get a third one here. Yes. He's got back.
Here they go again, Mark.
Here they go again, and the ball's gone inside to David Dolan's first chance, a chance of a goal. And Dolan knocks it over the bar. He was coming up to it. Not a bad strike. It's a great strike. counties, and they'll be back to us shortly. But we're still here on Donegal GA streaming. Anybody that wants to watch into us, we can kick 2-pointers. Here goes, and that's not a bad kick without the boot. That's an unbelievable kick. And it's over the bar for a 2-point.
Left his boot, so it did. So big score to get Aodh Ruadh back on level terms.
Here goes Owen Van Galler's having a brilliant first half. He's busting through again. He's crazy, just selling dummies all around him. He's still going through. There's a half goal chance here. He's going to play it inside. They're looking for the goal, and they got the goal. 2-6 to 1-6. Here come the men from Aodh Ruadh now trying. Shane Delahunty trying to bust through. They work it inside too. Are they going to try to work a goal here? No, I think they might look at a goal. Yeah, he's busting on through, and he bangs it into the back of the net. It's Jack Gallagher. One kick, we're right behind it here. It's a 1-pointer, but it's gone over the bar and puts the men from the Fishermen into the lead. Evan Doherty gets the shot, and it's gone over the bar. I think it might have been actually Oran McNeilis that got the score. And again, the Killybegs and off the county team. Never misses a county match. You'll meet him at county matches, and they've gone over the bar. And I think it's that man Jack McSharry. And I think of any player brilliantly won by Eddie Lynch. It's not as good player as Eddie Lynch. He's been very effective. Gone to Nathan Boyle, wearing number 21. Nathan Boyle gives inside to Shane McGrath. Shane McGrath shoots, and it's a brilliant goal. What a finish by Shane McGrath. The men from Aodh Ruadh.
As you say, Lynch lad wins the kick out, moves it on to Nathan Boyle. He plays it into Shane McGrath, who has been closed in by 2 defenders brilliantly well, and absolutely rifle it into the net again. Absolutely brilliant goal.
Owen Ban into Hugh McFadden. He's in for a goal. He's on, and it's a brilliant to see a midfielder getting back in that situation. He made up for Hugh McFadden giving away a bad ball, probably the only bad ball he gave away today. Here they go. It's into Jack McSharry. Pace cuts inside. He'd probably knock it over the bar, will he? No, they're going for a goal again, and it's going to hit the back of the net again. And then for the men from Ballyshannon, he's going straight through. Will he just take his point? He looks like he's going to do that, and he does. Probably a sensible thing. Takes his point. We've had a feast of goals. Here he goes. He kicks it good and hard, and he kicks it over the bar. So that's 3-7 to 4-10. Cuts brilliantly inside. He's on his left foot, and he goes for the shot. That's a brilliant score by Nathan Boyle with the outside of the right boot. Deserves a score. Very good worker, and it's a great chance of a score. It looks like he's knocked it over the bar. I think it's Evan Broderick, the midfielder, who knocked at people. He's got pace, saves pace, and I say he'll put it back up to a 4-point again, and he's done just that. And that's the thing that Killybegs have. They can go. Yes, Jack's going. He's going for a goal. Oh, he hit the top of the crossbar and just gone over the bar. But what an! He's definitely the man that knows how. There's a great ball through, and they've kicked. Jack McSharry again has kicked it. Point. Brilliant ball against Hugh McFadden. He doesn't deserve to be in the losing team. And he's kicked another nice score, Jack Gallagher, and he's very, very exciting player. He's only a young lad, a noble. Back here to Father Tierney Park in Ballyshannon, where the fishermen from Killybegs had a victory here, 4-14 to 3-12. And I'm joined by Hugh McFadden here, who's a happy man this evening. Hugh, 2-4, one with your left foot. I didn't know you had a left foot, but anyway, brilliant finish. So you'll be happy tonight.
Yeah, we'll be happy. We haven't had too many ones in the championship in the last few years, so to get an away win for us is a big result. There'll be a lot of disappointment after losing to Kilcar 2 weeks ago, and there'll be a lot of disappointment after losing to Dunlow 3 weeks ago. So we put the head down over the last 2 weeks, and we're happy to come back and get a good victory. And fortunately for myself, a few things went well today, and they probably didn't go as well as last week. So I'm glad to get over that. But no, just exciting now, getting a win under us, and it helps us build towards the preliminary quarterfinals next week, and hopefully we can win that with a bit of positivity and energy. Yeah,
what I liked about just today, Logan, is the options you had with you, particularly inside, where they could have put the high ball in, when you got the goal, when you were under a wee bit of pressure, where Owen Ban put in the high ball, the goal, and then you said the running ability of Owen Ban and Jack McSharry at the field, and your two midfielders had big performances today too. So all round, you would have to be very happy. But I like the variation in your play.
Yeah, I suppose maybe coming out of the Kilcar game, a lot of our so-called more established players would have been kind of disappointed with how we played. Owen was probably the standout player for us in the day, so we kind of like to think we have a lot of big men up the middle with a lot of pace. Owen showed fantastic ability for the second goal. He broke through like he does, bet 3 or 4 men and set up Gavin. And good for Eddie, but I thought at times in the second half when we were under pressure, Jack McSharry and Evan Broderick kicked the scores that really got us over the line, and they were good scores. They were scoreable scores. They got close to goal, and you knew they were going to score before you shot them, and that was very good. And the boys have done excellent. Jack's travelled over from London for the whole year, which is massive commitment. He flew back on last night, and Evans came home from Australia just to play the championship. So when people are asking questions about the team's commitment or their endeavour to play for the club, you can't find any excuses for yourself when you have these men coming home and doing all that for you, so just delighted for them boys.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Look at Q, we'll let you go down and get showered. Look at you, be happy enough, and you can enjoy the rest of the weekend now and watch the other teams playing football. Well done, Q.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
At Michael Murphy Sports and Leisure, we cater for everyone, from top sporting athletes to relaxed casual sporting individuals and everyone in between. We also provide a large range of teamwear services and cater for schools and clubs. Orders can be customised to your specification to suit your individual needs. From clothing to equipment, we've got you covered.
Congratulations. Important 2 points for you to see move on further in the championship and steer away from the threat of them relegation playoffs. Happy enough with that performance?
Yeah, happy with the performance. I thought we played a lot of good attacking football, great variation in our play, and I think it shows that in the score. We put up 4-14. We'll win a lot of games of football, so played a lot of good football, a lot of things that maybe tidy up at the back, but no, very happy to be looking forward now to the prelim quarterfinals more than likely next week.
Yeah, I'd say you can take a lot out of it. I was particularly impressed with the core of your team, yourself at 6 and Seamus Ogue, Evan in the middle of the park, Jack at centre half forward, and then Big Huey inside. But it was great all to see the Gavin and Christopher Mulligan contribute early in the game too to get them a couple of goals, so that'll be encouraging you if you're going on to the prelim quarterfinals too. Yeah,
definitely. We're starting to get a wee bit of a squad together, in Killybegs. Gavin's pushing hard, with Ethan Bourne up at the 20s this year. Yeah. He's playing reserve football, so there's a good bit of competition for places. Listen, we had 2 boys injured today, so Gavin came in, got his chance, and he put his hand up and took it. I thought Ben Keneally as well fought really hard in the full back line. Niall Carby had a good game, so no, we'll look forward now to the draw.
Yeah, you can sit back, relax tonight, go to the game, whatever game suits you tomorrow, and look forward to the draw. And congratulations, well done.
Thanks, man.
All right, come on.